to Rugged Mountain Homestead. My name is Sarah, and today is the day that I have been so excited to be able to get to make this video and share with you. We are approaching growing season very close. Next week, March 21, is seed starting day up here in zone 6A, 6B-ish in southwestern Colorado. And I can only start oregano, celery, and peppers, but I am more than happy to do that. I do use the Farmer's Almanac, and I plant according to the frost dates. I've never grown out here before. This is our first year. This will be my first garden out here. So all that being said, I received 3 packages in the mail. I'm very excited. I'm going to open them with you. And then I also have seed shipments. And some of these are seeds that I ordered last summer, just in anticipation. And we'll look at those and talk about those as well. First, box number 1. I'll tell you what, nothing excites me right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. More than seed starting, but because that's not quite true, but I am super stoked about planting a garden this year. Due to our cabin build last year, I just couldn't get a garden in time. We thought maybe, but it didn't work that way. So I haven't had a garden now in 18 months since leaving Central Virginia. And oh, I cannot wait. All right, let me see what I ordered here. Oh, okay. I use these black plastic trays, no holes in the bottom. I water from the bottom, and these just will hold the cells. And they came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll work out well because I'm planning on clearing this shelf and this shelf. And then I'm going to put my seed starts there. The greenhouse is not finished. We only have the foundation in. It's still very wet. There's still some snow on the ground. It is melting, but it's still there. The ground is still pretty firm, so I'm going to have to start seeds in here this year, which I'm okay. I get to start seeds and have a garden. All right. Box number 2. All right, these are good. It's nice stuff. Oh, good. These are exactly what I thought. These are my seed cells, and sometimes when you buy them online, you know, most of the time gardening stuff, I like to look at it first and just see how it feels and see, you know, the actual size. Sorry for that background noise. All right, these are gonna be nice. They're not super thick, but that's okay. But they're about 3 inches deep. So that's gonna be really nice for some root growth, and won't have to up pot them right away like you do with plugs. They do have the holes in the bottom. So, and there are 6 cells. That's nice. And they'll fit in that tray very nicely. Let's see. Side by side too. I can probably get 6 in there. That's what it looks like. And I'm not sure how many I have in this bag, but plenty, I can tell you that. Oh yeah, forgot. This is a seed starter heat mat. I have never used one of these before because I lived in a warmer climate and all I had to do was put a humidity dome on top of the seedlings, on top of what I've planted until they sprouted their first leaves. Since I can start peppers next week, I thought I would go ahead and try using a heat mat and see if that would help with the germination. I know that peppers really love the heat. They take a lot longer, and it's going to be a while before I can put them out. So I wanted to give them as much of a head start as I can. So I'll have to tell you how I like this when I set it up. Because yeah, I have tons of peppers to plant. I think I got a little carried away. And I am growing a lot of things, planning to grow a lot of things that I haven't done before. And then here we are. I know obviously these are grow lights. They are sold in a set, which I was really happy about that because the set of grow lights was actually a better deal than the grow light I had back east. The grow light I had back east was a lot smaller, and then it was suspended already on two poles, and it was about $20 more than this one here. So, okay, these are going to be box inside a box. That's good. I'm sure I could do it. It would probably take a lot longer because I am not really mechanically inclined. So Dean's gonna hook these up for me. Let's see. Nice, all right. Link up to 4 in sequence. We'd never do that. 4 feet long, pull chain switch. Wow. Red and blue spectrum, 600 lumens. This is going to work perfectly, I do believe. Let's see here. Yes. Start them down like this. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm so happy. Oh, I have been waiting and waiting for this. All right, so now to the really fun stuff. Okay, and last year, while my heart was aching and I was dreaming of garden days, as well as our home being completed, I ordered seeds. I ordered seeds in Virginia. I ordered seeds when we got to Colorado. But I am planning on having, we have the lumber and everything to build 3 5x40 beds and 1 5x20. And I also, using the Farmer's Almanac Garden Planner, I was actually able to map that out on a grid and then enter in the types of plants, went through my seeds that I'm planning on growing, and could drop them in the space. It would actually tell me how many could go where onto seeds. This, yes, there are as many seeds in here as it looks. A lot of times, most of the times, the seed packets will say pack for sale date or year 2022. They have to do that, but do not throw seeds out that are over a year old. Seeds stored properly can last for years, so don't throw them out. So I have oregano. It looks like Bulgare. I grew this in Virginia. It grew very, very well. So I'm excited to have this. And then I've never grown celery before, but I'm trying a variety Chinese pink and a Chinese white. And they both look a lot thinner stalks than what you get in the store. I don't know what kind are in the store, what that variety is, but this is what I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna probably do, if it goes well, do harvest some fresh for fresh eating, and then I'll dehydrate a good bit too. So now, peppers. We love peppers around here. All of these are beautiful peppers. Now I do order from Baker Creek, and every time you spend, I believe it's $10, Dean is out front. He's been taking care of some things and it's muddy, so excuse the background noise. I think we're good. Anyway, so I've looked up some information about the pepper varieties that I didn't know much about. And this is called a Detill pepper. This is the variety, Detill pepper. Now when I looked it up, and even on the back, it says that it is blazing hot. It grows to be 3.5 inches, vicious heat, complex fruity flavor. Now we're not super spicy, give me the heat type people. And it's funny that Dean walked in the door at this precise time because he has a funny story about high heat peppers. And so when I got this as a free seed, I thought, I'm going to plant it, I'm going to try it, and maybe I can make some hot sauce from it, or I can grind it down and throw it in like a little bit into paprika. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to try and grow it. So Dean just walked in the door. I'm going to have him come over here and take a seat and tell you this funny story about vicious heat in peppers.
I like spicy and hot. Make a long story short though, try to. I was out and a bunch of people hanging around, skydiving actually. And one of the guys has a little farm and he always brings out vegetables. He brought out all this array and they brought peppers. And he basically arranged them from mild to hot. So I went down almost to ghost pepper, but not quite. And very good. And I just didn't say anything. He came up to me and had a little jar and he's eating these little cubed, didn't know what it was. He said, try one of these. And they weren't any more than 1/2 inch on a side, if that. I popped one in my mouth. I did not chew it at all. And I happened to have a napkin, spit it out. And the long story is, it was a Carolina Reaper. And if you haven't had one, and you intentionally know you're gonna have one, be prepared. So I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to drink as much, which of course water doesn't help. And at one point, I still had a napkin in my hand. I wiped my forehead because I was sweating so much. And I happened to go by Sarah and she looked at me and said, oh my God, what happened? Did you hit your head? So
it was all red.
It was bad. It is, if you have a real, honest to God, Carolina Reaper, you guys that do these challenges on YouTube are nuts. And it has made me back off. Jalapenos, no big deal. But that's where I draw my limit.
See, you're doing better.
Well, I'm hot from being outside.
No.
But I used to, for almost a year, I would just think about it and sweat. My forehead and the back of my neck, no lie. And all I can say is good luck if you're gonna try it, but whew, hot.
So, Detill peppers. We're gonna try them.
Is it Detill or Detill?
I think it's Detill.
Okay.
Who knows for sure.
I'm gonna let her do it. Take over.
So, Detill peppers, blazing hot. I'm going to test them out on Dean.
Oh, great.
And we'll see what he thinks. And that will decide how they're used. Okay. Banana peppers. Banana peppers, very basic. We like them pickled. Use them eat them as rings. You know, just whatever you use pepperoncinis on. Have not tried these before. Advarsky peppers. I hear that these are very good for stuffing and roasting, and that they're very meaty. So I am anxious to try that. Anaheim peppers. I've grown these in Virginia. We like those a lot. I also call them pan frying peppers because I like to throw them in with pork chops as well.
Well, I want to thank my wife. Just so you know, I have cooled down from working, but I am now thinking about it and sweating.
Sorry. Sorry. This is called a lemon spice jalapeno pepper. Never heard of it before, but it sounds so cool. And they're yellow. Really pretty. Anyway, I just thought it sounded so neat to grow. And I want to grow things that are not only good and good for us, but also that are interesting. Because it would get, I wouldn't want to say boring, because gardening is awesome, but try something new. So, lemon spice jalapenos. I can't wait to see what they taste like. This is a jigsaw pepper, and it says that they are grown in tie-dye patterns of lavender, cream, violet, seafoam, and forest green. They are considered to be one of the most beautiful peppers, and they're supposed to be short, stocky, and about as spicy as a jalapeno. They just look so pretty. I had to grow them. We love peppers, and we're going to eat them and powder them down and different things, but jigsaw peppers. Let's see that. And last but not least, cayenne long thin pepper. I'm going to try this. I've never grown cayenne peppers before, and I know they are very hot, but we do use cayenne pepper in cooking, and I'm gonna see what I can do with them. So exciting about that. And I think in one of these other bags around here, because I do have 2 more bags, I do believe I have more peppers. I am pretty certain that I do. I got a little, I don't want to say carried away, but we are seed rich this year, which is perfectly fine, which I feel very blessed to be. Yeah, I knew there were more. I thought that seemed a little, okay, yes. All right, so we have Tobago Seasoning peppers. They're supposed to have just a hint of heat, mostly sweet. Fruity overtones of habanero, but much less heat. So I'm gonna try these probably for salsa and just eating fresh. And they look good, pretty as well. I have 2 packets of these. I don't know how, but it's perfectly fine with me. Aji habanero, and it's not a habanero, but an aji type pepper. Smoky, fruity flavor, just a fraction of the heat of a habanero. Ideal for drying into hot pepper flakes and powder. So that's good. Another package of the Detill pepper. It was free seed. And the red Savina pepper. That red is just so pretty. This is a habanero with more backbone. Larger, hotter, and heavier than a traditional habanero. 250,000 Scoville heat units. I am not familiar with the Scoville heat units, but sounds like it could be pretty warm. And I was thinking about salsa when I purchased these. I don't know how well you can see these. Isn't that pretty, that red? All right. I know that I only have 2 types of celery. I didn't want to buy a lot because I don't know how to grow it basically, but we're going to try. Tons of peppers and some oregano. As you can see, there's plenty more to grow, and believe it or not, there's a 3rd bag. You can tell my heart was hurting. Now, a lot of these seeds I brought are ones that I had used and brought from Virginia. Santa Fe Grande pepper. Put that out. Yeah, that's the only pepper that I have in there. So, I have a lot of seeds to start. I'm watching very carefully when to start seeds out here. I am going by the book this year. A lot of times I go by experience, by what I know is best for my area, but I know nothing about this area. So, if you are in 6A, 6B, closer to 6B, and you have any gardening tips, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going straight by the book, and it is going to be a wait and see and hope and pray for the best. So, this is the garden video that I've been so excited to share, and these are the few things that I'm going to start next week. All of these here, mostly peppers, but exciting seed starting time. And hopefully I will heal my heart with all of these seeds and plants and flowers, herbs, food. It's exciting, exciting, exciting. So thank you for stopping by the homestead and sharing in my joy with me. For the garden and seed starting time, and we will get into more videos soon as the weather kind of eases up and it's time to get outside. In the meantime, we will start our grow lights and get going on it indoors. So, thank you for stopping by the homestead, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.